जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरदारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरदारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुनतीरा वनचारी। यमुनतीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरदारी। गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरदारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुनतीरा वनचारी। यमुनतीरा वनचारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण जय राधा माधव राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा सुभद्रामय जय सुदर्शन जय गौरनीताय जय गौरनीताय गौरनीताय जय गौरनीताय प्रभुपाद 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 जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये। हरे कृष्णा। So we are reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, second canto, chapter 7. Text number 11. सत्रे मम आश भगवान हयशीर्ष अतः साक्षात् सह यज्ञपुरुषः तपनीय वर्णः चन्दमयः मुखमयः अखिल देवतात्मा वाचः बभूवः उशतीः स्वस्थः अस्य नष्टः सत्रे ममास भगवान् हयशीरसातो सत्रे ममास भगवान् हयशीरसातो साक्षात् स यज्ञपुरुषस्तपनीयवर्णः साक्षात् स यज्ञपुरुषस्तपनीय वर्णः सत्रे ममास भगवान् हयसि रसासो साक्षात् स यज्ञपुरुषस्तपनीय वर्णः छन्दोमयो मकमयो किल देवतात्मा छन्दोमयो मकमयो अखिल देवतात्मा वाचो बभूवुरुषधि श्वसतोऽस्य नष्टः वाचो बभूवुरुषति श्वसतोऽस्य नष्टः छन्दोमयो मकमयो किल देवतात्मा वाचो बभूवुरुषतिः श्वसतोऽस्य नष्टः सत्रे ममास भगवान् हयसि रसातो साक्षात् पुरुषस्तपनीय वर्णः छन्दोमयो मकमयो किल देवतात्मा वाचो बभूवुरुषतिः श्वसतोऽस्य नष्टः सत्रे ममास भगवान् हयसि रसातो साक्षात् स यज्ञपुरुषस्तपनीय वर्णः छन्दोमयो मकमयो किल देवतात्मा वाचो बभूवुरुषति श्वसतोऽस्य नष्टः सत्रे ममास भगवान् हयसि रसातो साक्षात् स यज्ञपुरुषस्तपनीय वर्णः छन्दोमयो मुखमयो अखिल देवतात्मा वाचो बभूवुरुषति श्वसतोऽस्य नष्टः माताजी's सत्रे ममास भगवान् हयसि रसातो साक्षात् स यज्ञपुरुषस्तपनीय वर्णः छन्दोमयो मकमयो किल देवतात्मा वाचो बभूवुरुषति श्वसतोऽस्य नष्टः. Word to word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Satre, in the sacrificial ceremony, Mama of mine, Asha appeared, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Hayashirasa, with his horse-like head, Atha, thus, Sakshat, directly, Saha, he, Yajna Purushaha, the person who is pleased by performance of sacrifice, Tapaniya, golden, Varnaha, hue, Chandahamayaha, personified Vedic hymns, Makamayaha, personified sacrifices. Akila, all that be. Devatatma, the soul of the demigods. Vachaha, sounds. Babhuvuhu, become audible. Ushatihi, very pleasing to hear. Shwastaha, while breathing. Asya, his. Nashtaha, through the nostrils. Translation: the Lord appeared as Hayagriva incarnation in a sacrifice performed by me, Brahma. He is personified sacrifices, and the hue of his body is golden. He is the personified Vedas as well, and the supersoul of the demigods. When he breathed, all the sweet sounds of the Vedic hymns came out of his nostrils. Purport: the Vedic hymns are generally meant for sacrifices performed by fruitive workers who also want to satisfy the demigods to achieve their fruitive result. But the Lord is the personified sacrifices and personified Vedic hymns. Therefore, one who is directly a devotee of the Lord is a person who has automatically both served the purposes of sacrifice and pleased the demigods. The devotee of the Lord may not perform any sacrifice or may not please the demigods as per Vedic injunctions, and still the devotees are on a higher level than the fruitive worker or the worshippers of different demigods. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lilita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyashta Kripa Sindhubhyaya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauradvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dihina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusati Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Mukhaṁ karoti vācaṁ pangam langāyate gurumyat kripātamaham vande Shri Gurum Denadharyam Shri Paramanandamatam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Bhakti Vikas Hare Krishna, welcome you all for today's Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. So, I take the blessings of all the devotees and Srila Prabhupada and all the Guru Parampara and Radha Madhava, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra and Gaur Nitai for speaking something from this purport. So it is in this chapter scheduled incarnations. So we have seen many incarnations previously. Like yesterday it was about Rishabhadev, and previously we spoke about Prithu Maharaj, and then Prishnigarba, Rishabhadev, Dhruva Maharaj, how Prishnigarba has appeared for giving blessings to Dhruva Maharaj. And like that, previously we had discussed many incarnations. So this chapter is on describing the different incarnations. So in this today's verse, Hayashirasaha, the incarnation of Hayagriva, Lord Hayagriva is described here. So I will stick to my notes. So basically in the purport what Srila Prabhupada is saying that that Hayagriva, Lord Hayagriva is actually the personification of Yajna Purushaha. And all the Vedic hymns, all the Vedic knowledge is coming out from his nostrils, as it is mentioned in the translation. So his body is in golden color, tapaniya varnaha, chando mayo makamayo kila devatatma, and he is the super soul of all the demigods. Shri Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, Shri Shri Gaun Nitai ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. So, as we know that all the Vedic hymns, Vedic knowledge, when we perform sacrifices, there are so many mantras are recited. Especially if you take homas for material gains or material profit. Firstly, they do Ganapati Puja, Ganesh Puja, and then they shift to different worships. Then they worship Panchabhutas, then they worship Lord Shiva, and then like that, ultimately, they recite the mantras for Vishnu. But even if you take the Ganapati Puja, like Ganesh Puja, there is the chanting of Vishnu's names. Because all the demigods' names are secondary names of Vishnu. So, in that way also, indirectly they are chanting the names of Vishnu, Krishna. So, there is nothing like separate worship for the demigods. Although it is there in the Veda it is mentioned that for material gains we can worship demigods. Like for a good wife, it is asked to worship Parvati. For good husband, it is asked to worship Lord Shiva. And for wealth, Kuvera. And for name and fame, some other demigod. So like that, previously we have learned that what we gain by worshipping different demigods. And after that, later it was explained that akama sarva kama va moksha kama udarati tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham. So ultimately, any desire, if you have desire or if you have no desire, just simply sarva kama or moksha kama or akama, worship tivrena bhakti yogena. If one is sincerely worships Yajeta Purusham Param. Who is Purusham Param? Krishna. If one worships Krishna, then all is perfect. So no need to separately go and request the demigods for fulfilling the desires, as it is mentioned in Bhagavatam. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada writes that Vedic hymns are generally meant for sacrifices performed by fruitive workers who also want to satisfy the demigods to achieve their fruitive result. But the Lord is a personified sacrifices and personified Vedic hymns. Therefore, no one is directly a devotee of the Lord. No one who is directly a devotee of the Lord is a person who has automatically both served the purpose of sacrifice and pleased the demigods. So they are indirectly like worshipping the Lord only, the fruitive workers. Although in the Kali Yuga there is no any such worships done. Although some people they do that Nitya Homa at their home, they perform different homas, Ganapati Homam and that home, Shakti Homam for protection, all this Sudarshana, Narsimha Homam. So many yajnas mentioned. So they perform this for different results. But in Kali Yuga, no one bothers know what they are putting in this, what ghee they are using, and so it is uh, basically in Kali Yuga, yajnas are not so perfect, like how it was in different yugas. In Treta Yuga, Tretayam Yajatomaka. In Treta Yuga, yajnas were performed, and Yajna Purusha would appear and he would accept the offerings. But no, in Kali Yuga, with matchbox, we have to lit the, or with Karpur, they have to lit the fire, invite the Agni. So that is not the process actually of performing Yajna. So in the Kali Yuga, simple way it is mentioned, just by chanting Hare Krishna, we can fulfill all the other uh, other things. No, everything is in this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So just simply by chanting Hare Krishna, what all was performed in other yugas, Krtayadhyayato Vishnu Tretayo Yajatomaka, Dvapare Paricharyaya, Kalautad Harikirnan. So all the results will we get by just simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that's why we see in the even devotees when we perform any homa or any yajna, so the chanting of Hare Krishna is going on. It is simultaneously done because it is just by chanting the Vedic mantras. We cannot purify the surroundings because there is no any perfect chanter of the Vedic mantras, and with mantras no one can ignite the fire in the sacrifice. So that power, that energy is not anymore present in the current society. The brahmanas who are doing this. So Srila Prabhupada writes that the devotees of the Lord may not perform any sacrifice or may not please the demigods as per Vedic injunctions, and still the devotees are on a higher level than the fruitive workers or the worshippers of the different demigods. So in the Bhagavad Gita also, we know what Krishna is saying, that Alpa Medasa, one who is worshipping the demigods, is Alpa Medasa. Because he is worshipping the demigod for just for I have this problem, so please clear up this problem. I will do this for you, and the problem is cleared, and goodbye to the demigod. No more, no more any love or any sacrifice or any tapasya is done for that demigod. Only till the time being, there are some people who worship the demigods. On each day in a week, they have different gods to worship, and on each day they do different types of tapasya. And some days they do Mauna Vrata, some days they do like Safala, Sajala. Some days they even Ekadashis, they think it's for material gain. Many people they follow Ekadashi also for material gain only. So that their material life is very without any hindrance. It's going very nicely. So the demigod worshippers, they're focused on sense gratification. Why they worship the demigods? For fulfilling their desires, their sense gratification, so that they can stay very happy in this material world. But devotees, they are not interested, because by serving Krishna, everything, everyone is served automatically. Like it is said now that By putting water to the roots of the tree, plant, all the stem, leaves, flower, fruit, everything the water reaches. So no need to separately put to the fruit, the flower. What will happen if I don't put to the flower? So only the demigod worshippers, they do like this. No? The devotees, they directly worship Krishna, because when we worship Krishna, then all other demigods, they're all satisfied. So coming to the translation, the Lord appeared as Hayagriva. So in different Puranas, Markandeya Purana and in Vishnu Purana, the stories are given that how Lord appeared as Hayagriva. So in Markandeya Purana, it is said that Lord appeared in the Daksha's sacrifice. Daksha, when he performed the sacrifice, then Lord Hayagriva appeared from the Vedic Yajna. And so basically, Hayagriva is a person, he is a preserver of Vedic knowledge, and also he ensures that spiritual knowledge is preserved and transmitted through the disciplic succession. And is the symbolism of horse head. Why he has horse head represents the speed and intelligence and strength. So this is needed for preserving and propagating the spiritual knowledge. So when we have in the preaching mission, like how Srila Prabhupada, he went to the West and he was very vigorously, he was preaching. So that speedness is required. That even in the old age, Srila Prabhupada could do that. Very, without taking any rest, he was preaching. So for preachers, this is required: the speed and speed, intelligence, and strength. This is required. So Lord Hayagriva, he bestows this. There is a story in the Markandeya Purana that Madhu and Kaitava, Madhu Kaitava. Lord also is known as Madhusudana because he killed the demon known as Madhu. And Kaitava Jita means he conquered over Kaitava. So it is mentioned that these two demons, after the annihilation of the secondary annihilation, partial annihilation. So these two, when Mahavishnu, when Garbhodaksha Vishnu is in Yoga Nidra, then all the water again the creation was going to happen actually. Again the creation was going to happen. At that time, from the ears of the Garbhodaksha Vishnu, these two demons were born. Their earwax, it's mentioned like that. Earwax of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. And they symbolize ignorance and arrogance, these two demons. So after they coming out, after they appearing, they saw to themselves, they saw the whole creation, everything, no one was there around. And they saw this lotus stem coming out from the navel of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. And then they approaches Brahma. Actually, before that, it is mentioned that they perform very severe tapasya because they hear Brahma reciting Vedic mantras, chanting the mantras. So they learned by hearing from Brahma that they have to do some tapasya. And they started doing tapasya, and they did tapasya for to Mahamaya. And they got different boons. They got especially a boon that unless they desire, they cannot be killed. That is the boon they got. And then they go to Brahma and they disturb Brahma. And they steal the Vedas from Brahma. We may get a question how, because Vedas are Shruti, which is very subtle. How could they do that? Because they were personification of ignorance and arrogance. So that's why they could influence ignorance. Like Maya, how it influences. Because of the blessings of Maya Devi, they could. So Brahma was also under the influence of Maya because of these two demons. Because they are personification of ignorance and arrogance. So they stole the Vedas and they hid it in the Rasatala, no, in the ocean, Gazelle Ocean, it is mentioned like that. So without the Vedas, then the process of creation was stopped actually. The Brahma was very much worried and he was praying to the Lord, please, oh Lord, please come and save this situation. And said that Brahma, because Lord was in Yoga Nidra, so Brahma prayed to the Yoga Maya that please, for some time you withdraw your influence on the Lord from his Yoga Nidra. And then Yoga Maya, she was pleased with the prayers of Brahma and she withdrew some influence on the Lord. Then Lord woke up and he fights with these demigods. In Markandeya Purana it is said that he fought 5,000 years. And in Vishnu Purana it is 1,000 years. I don't know what is the difference. There's a lot of difference actually, 1,000 and 5,000. So after so many years of fight, then Lord couldn't know. Lord was thinking he could easily kill these two fellows, but unless they desire, they cannot be killed. That was the boon given. So then Lord actually took a form of Hayagriva and he came and he was fighting with them. And then the demons declared themselves that no, you cannot kill us unless we desire. So I will give you a boon. Then Lord immediately he tricked them. What boon will you give? So try to kill us. No, this was it was the boon because they were very much in pride. No one can kill me. No, even Vishnu cannot kill me. So I will give you a boon. You try to kill us. That was the boon. Because they know that they got the boon that in the water they cannot be killed. So then Lord, he lifted up on his thighs and he beheaded the both heads of the Madhu and Kaitaba. So that's how the Lord killed and he again brings back the Vedas and gives back to Brahma. So this is the pastime behind this, Lord Hayagriva. So Lord appears in different avatarahi asankyana. So as it is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya chatuskritam dharma samsthapanartaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So unless there is no Vedic knowledge, how then creation will happen and how the living entities will get the Vedic knowledge for coming out of this this material world? Unless there is knowledge, spiritual knowledge. So then because these demons they were putting hindrance, then Lord appeared as Hayagriva and he killed them. So it is also in Madhva Sampradaya, Lord Hayagriva's worship is very much prominent actually. Before Aksharabhyasam, everything they do on Hayagriva Jayanti actually. All the children in Madhva Sampradaya. Because it is said that he is the giver of spiritual knowledge and special intelligence, grasping power, and so of course some people out of for material gain they worship Hayagriva, but that is not the purpose. The purpose of worshipping him is to get the spiritual intelligence, spiritual grasping power to understand the Vedic knowledge. So he restored the divine knowledge and they established the cosmic order properly. So that was the purpose of Lord Hayagriva. Even there is a great Acharya in Madhva Sampradaya. His name is Vadiraj Tirtha. He is a very dear devotee of Hayagriva. The many pastimes around his life, in his life, many pastimes surrounding Lord Hayagriva. He was born in 1480 AD. There was a village called Kambhasi in Karnataka. So there was a Brahmana called Ramacharya and his good wife Gauri Saraswati. So they were performing many days. They were expecting for a child. They performed many pujas, worships, vratas, homas, but still there was no result. So naturally the wife becomes very displeased, very distressful. So they approached one Acharya, the 18th, the line of Madhvacharya, the 18th Acharya. His name is Vagisha Tirtha. They approached him. Actually, he comes to their village, Kambhasi, and they will go to them. And because for many years they were doing all these vratas, homas, so they know that we are not blessed for a child. So they never asked any blessings for please grant us a child. But Vagisha Tirtha himself said, blessed them that you will be blessed with a child. And the parents were astonished. How? We did so many pujas, homas, you are joking, Swamiji. No, it will not happen. So that will not happen. Then later they realize, oh, maybe this is Lord's arrangement that this saintly person, Vagisha Tirtha has with his words, he said that some great personality, child will born. The parents actually, they were not so much believing that, but later they understood, this is Krishna's arrangement. Then again they will come back to this Vagisha Tirtha, and Vagisha Tirtha will say, Swamiji, we didn't believe in the beginning. So then the Vagisha Tirtha says, the child who is going to take birth, he is not an ordinary child. So if the child takes birth in your home, inside your house, then the child is for you. If he takes birth outside the home, then you have to give it to me. Then the parents were little worried, but they thought, oh, anyway the delivery will happen inside only, so they were not much disturbed. So the time has come when she got conceived, and when the delivery time, she was serving her husband Ramachari. And at that time, before that actually, Vagisha Tirtha sends his disciples with a golden plate, that the child who is going to come, who is take birth, is not ordinary child. He should not fall directly on the floor. So he should directly take him on this golden plate. So these two disciples, they go and they were waiting actually when she will come out and when the delivery will happen. So what happens is, one cow will be coming to their field and eating all the crops there at their home. Then she sees, while serving, she sees that cow was eating all the crops. Then she runs. Arey, see that cow is disturbing us. Then she goes out and immediately the labor pain starts. Once she goes out, and immediately she delivers a child. His name is Vadiraja Tirtha. So then the parents will go back to Vagisha Tirtha and said, the child was born outside, so the child is for you. Then when Vagishatirtha saw this child, immediately he gives a Charnamrita of Hayagriva. The first prasada he got is Hayagriva prasada. So he was very happy seeing this child, and he named him as Bhu Varaha. And he said, after 8 years, you can bring back this child to this mutt. So, but they were worried actually. No, even after 8 years, when he was grown up, even Aksharabhyasam was done with Vagishatirtha only, and he studied. He was very. It is said that he was, by the blessings of Hayagriva, was very much extensively studying the scriptures, the Vedas, and he was very. He has a very sharp intelligence with extraordinary grasping power. So all this special, he was a special personality actually. So at the 8 years, he was brought to the mutt, and Vagishatirtha will bless the parents. Don't worry, another child will take birth in your family, so don't worry. So after the second child was born, then you bring him back again. So then when second child takes birth, then only this Bhu Varaha, this boy, is brought to Vagishatirtha, and he accepts sannyas. In his life, actually, there are many pastimes surrounding Hayagriva, Lord Hayagriva. So he has established the Paryaya system after Madhvacharya. When Madhvacharya, after leaving to Badrikashram, he established 8 months, and he handed over to the disciples, and he said every 2 months actually, Madhvacharya has established 2 months. Then actually it is mentioned that Vadiraja Tirtha has established 2 years later, when he was the head of the mutt. So and there are some pastimes around his life, that once he was traveling, and he was very much against the Mayavadi philosophy, Mayavadis. And once when he was traveling to Pune, he was in Pune, it is said that he was traveling in different pilgrims, and he was in Pune Nagara, and there was some declaration that some Mayavadis, Shishupala Stotra, the glorification of Shishupala. So that Mayavadi has written a poetic glorification glorifying Shishupala, and that was very much pleasing to the king. It was so nicely he has composed it, and it was declared that this is the best in this year, and this should be taken on the procession on the elephant, and around the town. It should go around the town. So at that time, Vadiraja Tirtha was present there. Then he obstructs. He says that no, there is another very nice composition of Sri Krishna and Rukmini Vivaha. Sri Krishna's Lord Krishna's pastimes till Rukmini Vivaha. He says this. So, but that is not here. It is in Karnataka, in a Sodhe Mutt. Sonde Mutt. It is also said Sonde Mutt now in the present in Karnataka. It is there. So it will take 20 days to go and come back. So once I come back, I will present this. Once you hear this Krishna's pastimes, then you declare which one is better. Then it is said that he was in Pune itself. He will not go to the Sonde Mutt. So he has written all the Krishna's pastimes in poetic form. Each day one canto. Total 19 cantos he has written, and he presented this to the king of Pune. Then when they hear this, so they were completely in tears hearing. They liked it so much. It was so nectarious, and they declared that this must be around the procession on the elephant. So that Mayavadi got defeated like that. And once he was in a marriage. He also visited Pandaripur. It is said he visited Pandaripur, and there was one old farmer. He has a corn crop which was grown there. So Vadiraj Tirtha every day he was doing his morning upasanas to Hayagriva. So once what happened, every day, like 2-3 days, one white horse would come and eat all his crops. So this farmer would see this and he was thinking, oh, every day this white horse is coming and eating up my crops. How will I live? He was seeing the first day and he left it. No, he was okay for that. And later, second day, third day, fourth, it was continuously every day the horse would come. It was nicely decorated horse. And it would come to place where Vadiraja Tita was performing his upasanas, his morning worships and morning japa time and all that. It will come inside and it would disappear every day. And one day this farmer would come to Vadiraj Tita and he would tell him, he will scold him, what is this Swamiji? Every day your horse is coming and eating up my crops. No, this is not good. No, you check your horse. No, you tie it up. No, you should not leave like that. No, openly. Then Vadiraj Tirtha says, where is the horse? No, you please check my place. No, he checks everywhere. He sees everywhere. There was no horse. And then Vadiraj Tirtha, he realizes that no, this horse is none other than the Lord himself, Hayagriva. Then he says, now you go and see your crops. What is there in your crops? Once the farmer goes and checks in his farm, he finds golden corns. So like that. He performed many pastimes with surrounded by Vadiraja Tirtha. Once Vadiraja Tirtha, he was in a marriage ceremony. So once he entered the marriage ceremony, one snake comes and he bites the bridegroom. Bridegroom, pellikodukun bridegroom. And he immediately dies and his whole color changes into, his body color changes. He dies actually. And all the people will say, because this Swamiji has entered here, that's why this happened, this inauspicious. Then Vadiraja Tirtha, he thinks this Lord is performing some pastime. He goes to him and he chants the Lakshmi, it is said, Shobhana. There is one recitation called Lakshmi Shobhana. How Lord Lakshmi Narayana are united. That poems he chants there. And the bridegroom immediately wakes up by this chanting. And still it is current in Madhva Sampradaya when the marriage ceremony is going on. The Lakshmi Shobhanam is chanted simultaneously along with it is said that when we chant this, that bridegroom and bride will be very, their life will be good in that way. And in Sode Mat, Vadiraj Tirtha every day in his morning upasana, he used to, there is one prasadam made for Lord Hayagriva there. It is called a Hayagrivam. So, what happens is every day he holds the Bhoga on his head. This is all is happening in the Garbha, inside the altar actually, closed altar. Every day he holds the Bhoga on his head, and white horse comes and puts his both knees on Vadiraja Tirtha and accepts the Mahaprasadam offering. And only some 10% portion is left for distribution. So every day this was happening. And some duplicitous people, there will be some people thinking, what is this? Every day he takes the full pot of boga and he brings very little outside. Only this Swamiji must be eating inside, sitting and eating. He's saying, Lord is coming personally and taking. And this is all cheating. There will always some people, what will happen? Just simply by chanting Hare Krishna, everything will happen. Some people they question like this, simply by worshipping Krishna, everything is okay. Then what? Kana, makan, roti, kapda, ये सब कैसे मिलेगा? People they don't believe it. But we see in the ashram, devotees are in opulence. We have opulent prasad. Every day we eat, almost equal to chapan bhog. With so many preparations. But what they eat at home, only one sabji, rice and chapati. Sometimes no sabji. We eat no, once in a 10. Or if they won't eat sweets, but they have sugar. But devotees, no, they don't have any problem. So some people always will be there. So what they did, they always criticized Maharaja Tirtha. So once what they did, they added poison in we'll teach lesson to this Swamiji, they thought, and they added poison in the boga. And on that day, it is said that the Lord comes and he accepts everything. And later, the deity turns into greenish color. Then those offenders, and one offender actually, one Brahmana, he was insisting, I want to see that while offering, that Lord is coming and accepting the Mahaprasad. I want to see that. He was insisting very much to Vadiraj Tirtha. And he says, okay, you cover your left eye with makan, butter, and with your right eye, you see from the window, he says. Then he sees the Lord appearing in a white. There is so much brightness, he couldn't see the Lord. So then later, his eye, he will become blind. His right eye, he loses his right eye. He says to that person, I am telling you, the Lord is coming and accepting. You were not believing. You see what happened to you. And later when this poison incident happened, then Lord's deity becomes greenish. And every day it is said that Vadiraja Tirtha, he chants Dasavatara Stotram, and he prepares some special medicine. Even still it is current now, the medicine offering. Every year they offer this medicine to the Lord. And by that offering of that medicine, the Lord's body turns again to normal color. Only a slight bluish color is left here at his kanta, near the neck. Still it is, the deity is still there in Sode Mutt in Karnataka. So like this, there are many pastimes around Vadiraja Tirtha with Lord Hayagreva. Once one goldsmith, he was trying to melt the gold, and he was trying to make a Ganesh deity. And after opening the mold, he says the Lord Hayagreva was there. Ganesh Murti was not there. First time he attempted, the face looked like a horse and human-like form. The second time he does, second time also same Hayagreva Rupa comes. Third time he does, again it comes, he appears as Hayagreva. Then he takes this deity to Vadiraj, he presents this deity. And the deity is still there in Sonde Mat, it is mentioned. And once, this is, Vadiraja Tirtha was in the times of Krishna Deva Raya. So once Krishna Deva Raya was defeated by the Mohammedans, and he lost, when the war happens, all the wealth is loosed. So then Krishna Deva Raya comes to Vadiraj Tirtha and prays to him that please, you, just by putting your lotus feet in our land, our land becomes very auspicious, becomes again to normal. In Vadiraja Tirtha, he says, in Karnataka, in Hampi, there is a Vali Guha. So there is a immense wealth in the Guha. So I'll go and bring that wealth. So it is said that he with his subtle body, he goes and he brings all the wealth from the guha, from that Vali guha. And he also, there was a deities of Lord Rama, Sita Rama. So he brings these deities also. And still those deities are still there in Sonde Mat, present. Like that, there are many, his life actually has many pastimes. He also met in Badrika Ashram, he met Vyasadeva and Madhvacharya also. And Vyasadeva and Madhvacharya, Vyasadeva actually requests Vadiraja Tirtha to write commentaries from Mahabharata, the difficult slokas, very tough slokas, to write commentary on those. So he has written that, and it is called as Lakshabharana commentary of Mahabharata. It is written by Vadiraja Tirtha. Actually, when he was in, before his birth, his mother will pray to the Lord that, hey Lord, please grant us a child. No, I will offer you Laksha Abharanas, lakh golden ornaments. So then Vyasadeva reminds him, your parents, no, they requested the Lord that they will offer gold, but they were very poor.
So write commentary to this Mahabharata, the difficult slokas, and he named it as Lakshabharana. So he offered it to Vyasadeva. Vyasadeva is none other than Vishnu's incarnation. So offered. So now that is fulfilled. The Vyasadeva says. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Any questions, comments? Yes, Prabhu.
I'm like, his form is, head is like horse, and the whole body is like
Human-like form.
Human-like form.
Yeah.
But we say like that happened only in Narsimha Leela, when Lord Narsimhadev came. So he was neither of a human nor animal. So even we see in the pictures also that Hayagirava is shown like that only. Even Varahadev is also shown like that. That Varaha head is like four, and then whole body is like human.
Yeah.
So it's like representation to, like, so that we can understand it, or the form is like that.
The form is like that actually.
So then they cannot be called as, he is a horse form. Because just like we don't say that Lord Narasimha is...
That's why in the translation, horse-like head it is mentioned. Hayasiyavasa. But his body is like human only. Horse-like head. Similarly, horse, lion, like something like that. There is a story also how the Lord gets this horse head. That's another long story from a Purana, from Markandeya Purana. Any questions, comments? Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Madhvacharya?
Madhvacharya's in disabled section of Madhvacharya, when Acharya came and installed Kala Hanuman temple.
Okay. I don't know, Prabhu, which Acharya. But it is mentioned that Vadiraja Tirtha is the 19th, the line of Parampara, he was the 19th Acharya.
19th after Madhva?
18th was Vadisha Tirtha, and after him?
This is in from Vyasa?
From Madhvacharya.
From Madhvacharya. Okay.
Still that mutt is there in Sonde mutt.
Sodhe mutt.
Sodhe, and some people they say Sonde. That place is known as Sonde. Sodhe mutt, yeah. Any questions, comments?
Very nicely you have connected Hayagriva to Vadiraja Tirtha, and it's told us so nice stories. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Grandarat Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Rupa